What up, Vantage family? In this video, I'm going to break down why I program workouts like this.
Oh yeah. Yo, let's do it.
Now, if you like this video, remember to click like and subscribe for more great content. If you don't like this video, click subscribe anyway, and hopefully we'll drop some more content that suits you coming up soon. So let's dive in. When you're used to workouts that have multiple components, have varying degrees of intensity, and usually keeps your heart pumping for various amounts of time, strength days like this can be a bit boring. But what if I told you that focusing on one movement for an entire training session might actually be a great approach for long-term progress, better technique, and an overall great change to the pace of your training? Would you believe me? There's a lot of different styles and a lot of different methods that can help you improve your overall strength as well as your fitness. But today, let's just focus on this one. So first up, technique. When we're just focusing on one movement, it allows us to dive deeper and spend some quality time improving the overall technique, proper movement patterns, and it's going to lead towards a better overall performance as well as fewer injuries. Next, let's talk about auto-regulation. Now, this is just a fancy way of saying listening to your body and understanding what it's telling you. AMRAPs like this one are great to auto-regulate and adjust your reps based on how you're feeling on any given day. If you're feeling strong, maybe you go with a higher percentage or you go for more reps, right? If you're feeling a bit off, well, maybe you take that lower percentage or you just be okay with not getting as many reps. Both are fine. And so it's what's great about AMRAPs is that whether you're working or resting, clock's gonna keep ticking. Believe me, I know that life throws curveballs at each of us. Sessions like this allow us to keep training. We just have to adjust to the unexpected and uncontrollable things that life throws at us. It's really easy on a rough day to just opt out, right? To just stay home, to just say, I'll pick it up next time. But days like this, as long as you can listen and interpret what your body is telling you, AMRAPs like this are great to auto-regulate and still get some work done and move yourself closer to achieving those goals that you want. Training like this adds a flexibility where you don't have to walk into the gym expecting or trying to crush every training session, right? This is a way of being a little bit smarter about our training. It allows us to sustain our training over a longer period of time because we're not setting expectations that are unrealistic. We're not trying to do more than we're physically capable of. Sometimes we take big leaps, sometimes we take small steps. Workouts like this, auto-regulated workouts, can be good for those times where we're not going to take a huge leap, but maybe we just need to keep the ball rolling. And finally, days like today are going to help us with muscle growth, right, or hypertrophy. Now, there are two key factors that go into whether our muscles are going to grow or not, and that's volume and intensity. Volume refers to the overall amount of work that we do in a session, and this typically is your total volume between sets and reps, right? 3 to 5 sets typically of 6 to 12 reps is the general range for what you want to do when you're talking about hypertrophy or muscle growth. I know a lot of us don't like to total up the numbers, but that's like 18 to 60 reps. And for a lot of us, this is where we were falling when it came to those 3-minute AMRAPs. Now, on top of that, you factor in the amount of work that we did in the strength session, which was 5 rounds of 3 with a short little break and then another set of 3 in that cluster set. And we were typically getting somewhere around that like 65 to 80-ish% of our 1 rep max. And this is where intensity comes in. Intensity refers to how heavy we lift or how fast we lift in comparison to our 1 rep max. For hypertrophy, we want to be somewhere in that 60 to 80% range. This is the sweet spot for muscle growth because it allows you to lift heavy enough to stimulate strength and keep the volume relatively high and the tension in the body at the right level to induce hypertrophy or muscle growth, which I know we don't want to get bulky, but everybody wants to have a little bit more muscle definition, right? A little bit more strength, a little bit more muscle definition. And by focusing on one movement, this really allows us to adjust the intensity, to tinker around with the volume, and find that sweet spot for you on any given day. So my challenge to you is on these single movement days is to really come prepared to dial in your technique, right? Spend that little bit more time allowing the coach to work with you and improve whatever the movement is, whether it's squats like it was this week or deadlifts, cleans, any of those things. Really focus on improving the positions and the small details of the movement. Also, pay attention to your body. Auto-regulate. Is it a high performance day or is it a check the box day? In any given week, in any given month, we've got both. So just pay attention when you're walking into the gym and as you're warming up, how are you feeling? And remember that days like this, we don't do them too often, but when we do, it's good. It helps switch things up. It helps us prevent plateaus. It allows us to dive into technique a little bit more, all the while keeping you in a good routine that fits into our Colorado lifestyle. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. Please remember, click that like button, hit subscribe, tune in for more great content, and we'll see you guys in the gym.